My family treated me like a virus my entire life, so I turned into one. They treated me like I was their human punching bag. Their favorite game was, how many ways can we make her feel worthless today? And they were really good at it. They were the type of people who could twist anything into a reason to hate me. If I got straight A's, I was a show-off, trying to feel special. If I cleaned the kitchen, Mom said, trying to erase how useless you are? There was nothing I could do right. They said I couldn't be trusted with a set of house keys, so every day after school I waited outside like a forgotten package, no matter the weather. In winter, I'd crawl into the doghouse and press myself between our dogs just to stop my teeth from chattering. My pets also started disappearing in ways that felt more like warnings than accidents. My hamster vanished from a locked cage, and when I asked, Mom just smirked and said, maybe it got tired of living with me. Then my rabbit disappeared, and Dad claimed coyotes, but I saw the blood on the shovel in the garage. By middle school, they were going through my room every week. They called it cleaning, but really they just wanted to violate my privacy for entertainment. They'd read my diary out loud at dinner and laugh about my feelings like it was comedy hour. Mom would hold up my drawings and mock them in exaggerated voices, while Jake practiced his cruelest comments. They'd even invite his friends over sometimes just to watch the show. Nothing was ever private or safe from them. Then, the summer before sophomore year, they planned a family vacation to Orlando and told me someone needed to stay home and watch the house. They left me $20 for 2 weeks of food and took off laughing about their family trip. I watched them post pictures with Mickey Mouse while I ate peanut butter sandwiches alone. Something in me broke after that. The next morning, I was so furious I started aggressively cleaning the yard. They left me a whole list of chores to do while they lived it up in Florida. I was ripping out weeds with my bare hands, not caring about anything anymore, when I fell face first into a massive patch of poison ivy. I was covered head to toe in the stuff. I sat there waiting for the inevitable burning and blisters, almost wanting them. At least physical pain would match how I felt inside. But nothing happened. Hours passed. My skin stayed perfectly clear. I tested it some more, and that's when everything clicked. I was immune. I knew exactly how I would get back at them. I spent those 2 weeks gathering every poisonous plant I could find. Poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac all went into buckets. I crushed them up, wearing dish gloves, and extracted the oils. It looked like honey when I was done, but I knew it was pure itching hell in liquid form. Their bathroom was like a pharmacy. Shampoo, conditioner, body wash, lotions everywhere. Mom had at least 10 different perfumes, and Dad had his cologne collection. Jake had enough Axe body spray to choke a horse. I added my special oil to every single bottle, just enough to make them absolutely miserable. The rashes started 2 days after they got back. Dad scratched his scalp until it bled. Mom's legs looked like she'd been attacked by mosquitoes on steroids. Jake cried actual tears when his chest and back erupted in welts. They tried drugstore creams, switched soaps, even blamed the laundry detergent. Nothing worked. The more they scratched, the worse it got. The best part was that I used all the same products, and my skin stayed perfectly clear. I even pretended to be worried and suggested maybe it was something in the water. They threw out everything and bought all new hypoallergenic products. They spent thousands of dollars they didn't have on treatments, while I watched them scratch themselves raw. Every time they touched me in anger, they got a fresh dose, because I had poison ivy rubbed into my sleeves. If they shoved me, they'd be scratching by the next morning. I stopped being afraid of their hands. I finally got out of there at 18 and never looked back. They never suspected it was me, because I was still too stupid and too beaten down to pull off something that elaborate. And eventually the products ran out and the rashes faded. But the beautiful thing is, they're still scratching 3 years later, not from poison ivy anymore, but from stress-induced eczema that flares up every time they scratch. Every unexplained rash sends them spiraling. I used to beg them to see me. Now they feel me every day.